and you'll see this Pritikin paper. And here it is. It's from the Journal of Applied Nutrition, winter 1976, High Carbohydrate Diets, Maligned and Misunderstood. Okay, by Nathan Pritikin when he was living in Santa Barbara. And here's why it's such a great paper, because Nathan Pritikin was very good about going through the literature in a thorough way to make a convincing point. So the point of this paper is that high-fat diets are bad. Fat is bad. The high-carbohydrate diets are by far the best. And so here's what he says. It is my position that the key characteristics of an optimal diet are very low in fat. Very low in fat. I tell you that because there's a movement afoot, I think, to actually get rid of Dr. McDougall's legacy and to get rid of, people like Pritikin and Kempner and whatnot. And I'm trying to tell you, the real data shows that these very low-fat diets, and when I say very low-fat diets, I mean 10% or less, they're the ones that have been shown to reverse coronary artery disease and have all these dramatic benefits. Okay, and Pritikin went through the literature in great detail. First of all, he talks about the Bantus in South Africa. So those are the Africans who are eating a diet of 10% fat, and their incidence of coronary heart disease was almost zero. There was an autopsy study, and they found no deaths ascribed to coronary heart disease. Another one compared 42 Bantus, 22 Europeans who died suddenly. Only one Bantu had atherosclerosis, whereas 100% of the Europeans, even a 15-year-old, had extensive arterial damage from atherosclerosis. Here he then looks at the New Guinea population, who was eating, he says, 10% fat. Actually, New Guinea population is eating less than that because they used to eat 93% of their calories from sweet potatoes, and they only have 1% of calories from fat. Okay, autopsies performed on 600 natives of New Guinea showed that there was only one case of death attributable to coronary heart disease. Blood pressure in the New Guinea natives was found to not rise with increasing age, and even the diastolic, when people were in their 60s, dropped by 10 millimeters Hg. Okay, then he talks about the Ecuador population. This area in Ecuador had an unusual number of people markedly aged, many over 100 years of age, and they had good old Catholic Church records that confirmed these ages. And they said cardiovascular disease was essentially non-existent. The diet was mostly complex carbohydrates, corn, brown rice, beans, other vegetables, and fruits. And they had tiny amount of animal protein once a week.